All right.
Apologies.
Hi, everyone. I'm Suri. I am a senior content marketing manager, and I'm so excited to lead today's group conversation focused on content marketing and editorial. Before jumping into the questions, I want to briefly spotlight my wonderful teammates. We have Brian Maturo, who is our fantastic manager, Valerie Silverthorne, who is our resident DevOps expert, Chrissy Buchanan, who is leaving us soon to pursue an external opportunity, and we're so super excited for her. And Sarah Kasabian, who is always a ray of sunshine and is our blog content editor. We have some questions on the doc. Michael, are you here? Kick us off.
I am here. Thanks, Suri. Really excited about this one, this whole group conversation. So thanks for putting this together. Wanted to say welcome to Jeff. Really exciting that you're on the team. I know you've been onboarding for a couple days, couple weeks. Probably too early to dig in too deeply, but I'm just wondering if you had anything top of mind. Like, what's top of mind for you?
Thanks, Michael. And it's great to be here, and it's great to be part of GitLab.
Sorry, Jeff.
Can we stop screen sharing, please? Sorry, just so we can hear, see everyone talk. Thanks. Sorry, go ahead.
Great. Again, thank you. I'm thrilled to be here. And what's top of mind is I think organic traffic is one of the secrets of the internet, because if you can get good organic traffic, you can keep it for years. And, so I'm digging into having an understanding of how we're creating organic traffic that brings in, and the key is not so much that you bring in people, that you bring in people who are interested in GitLab, who are going to convert. So getting an understanding of that process and the levers of how we can move engagement is what's top of mind for me, Michael. But again, I'm just thrilled to be here.
Awesome. Thanks, Jeff. That's exciting. I've got a few here, so might seem a little bit like a talk show featuring me, but I'm just really into the work your team is doing. The DevSecOps survey, Val, it's amazing. It's such an important asset that we create. And as it was going on, I was a little surprised to learn. It seems like that's not like a fully focused piece of work. That's something you're kind of doing off the side of your desk or as a side project. Was I understanding that right? And if I was, why is it happening like that if it's so valuable for us? You're on mute.
Sorry, it's 7 o'clock here, so I forgot about the mute button. Thank you for asking that. You're kind of one of the first people to actually point out that, yes, this is hugely valuable, and no, it's not really anybody's priority except mine. I've been here 2+ years. This is my 3rd year working on the survey. It's never been like anybody's real job. We have in the last couple of years put some good money behind it and trying to get folks to take it, and which has been very terrific. But you've allowed me to talk about my dream, which is that next year we get everybody sort of do a cross-functional OKR where our team, your team, design, comms, social, we all have one OKR in the first quarter related to the dev survey so that everybody can feel like they're part of this process. Because really right now it's me nagging, whining, or begging for help is really what it comes down to. So good call. That's absolutely, you're not wrong. It is completely like a side job. But it's kind of amazing what you can do as a side job. But I think if we manage to make it even 20% more of a priority for everybody across the board, I think it would be fabulous next year. So thanks for asking.
Okay, awesome. I'm glad I understood it correctly. I love your vision too. I could see, that's easy content to promote on our homepage to keep it fresh and keep it coming. We're giving them something to do. So I love that. The topics pages performance keeps standing out to me. They're really new. I think we only launched those using the CMS in December, but it really seems like they're getting traction quickly. I was just curious, why are they performing so well in your opinion?
So topic pages have been around for longer than that. We've been doing them for a few years now, but it's a great question, wondering why they're performing so well. And there are a few reasons for it. The first is that prior to implementing a topic cluster strategy, we didn't do any SEO. And in the last year, we've been collaborating quite closely with Niall Cregan, who is a search marketing manager. And he helped us develop this topic cluster strategy that focuses on SEO. And so for those of you who don't know what a topic cluster strategy is, the idea is that you have a main topic like version control, for example, and then we have a cluster of keywords that support that topic. So to support the version control topic, we have web articles on Git, code review, version control best practices. And the idea is that every quarter we will continue to build out this cluster and we'll provide increasingly in-depth content to support that topic. The other reason why why we've seen so much traffic on the topic page is that Niall created an SEO content manual that includes best practices. So every topic page that we create has these SEO best practices. And then the third reason is that at the beginning of each quarter, Niall will create a list of keywords that he has determined that we should target. And so while it might seem boring that we continue to create web articles like what is a Git workflow or Git best practices, these are all evidence-based decisions that Niall has seen based on his research. And as Bree mentioned, we are now creating targeted content that will appeal to like the Google algorithms and things like that. So as soon as we put something out there, we often see traffic increase, and we continue to go back and improve SEO on existing pages. Every quarter, we continue to update topic pages and web articles to ensure that we continue to provide fresh content, links to existing assets like ebooks or webcasts and things like that. So there's a lot of linking that happens, and our goal is to just make sure that we are always keeping up to date with any new trends. And we're really grateful to Niall for all of his work. He deserves a lot of the credit. We write the content, but he's the reason why our content is successful.
Can I chime in with one thing too? One reason that we're trying to make it not boring, and we like to think of it as we're bringing sexy back to the topics pages, is we're doing things like quizzes, and we're going to start 60-second videos. So we're starting different content types that, again, are completely SEO driven, but when in a package on a page that's been well SEO'd with good SEO practices, and then you add these sort of video elements and interactive elements, you just make everything fresher and more interesting for the reader, and that keeps bringing folks back too.
That's really interesting. Follow-up question. If this method is working so well on the topics pages, do we have a plan to roll that out for all our content? Or will this approach be successful for all blog, all solutions, everything we're writing?
I'll talk about the blog when you ask about the blog, because and I guess I'll say a qualified, you kind of. I mean, yes, in theory, SEO best practices across the board are going to help our organic traffic. There is no question of that. And we've seen now that we've done some work with like solutions pages and some of the other pages on the site, that, with some improvements, traffic, that does help traffic. But let's put it this way. In an ideal world, we would be doing quite a bit more SEO across the board. Yes. I don't know. Surrey probably has more on that.
What's important to note is that the keywords that we work with are specifically designed to increase awareness level traffic. So the keywords that will work for like a solutions page would be something more on the consideration or purchase stage. And there are specific keywords for that. So the goal, I think, like I would love to see SEO incorporated on a solutions page as well. I think it's just a matter of, do we have enough hands to get there and do it? But definitely there is opportunity to increase traffic on solution pages and other pages across the marketing site.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Last one for me. Looking at the data from the Google Data Studio thing about blog landing pages, what's the most popular content? The blog landing page stood out to me as the most popular, and that's pretty standard. It's where people go. It's in our main nav. But when I clicked over there, because I was just curious, because I haven't looked at it for a while, because I keep going right into a blog post because I love the new design, I felt like I had gone back in time a little bit. Like it seemed pretty off-brand. It also didn't seem like there was any focus on driving inquiries or trials. Like it was really focused on getting people to read blog content, which is great, but it seemed like there could have been a little business opportunity there. Just curious to hear the content team's thoughts on what you feel the opportunity could be with the blog landing page.
You're right. The blog landing page is several revs back that sort of predate you, I think, and definitely don't have that sort of fresh new look that we have on the actual blog pages themselves. The blog's been a bit of a start-stop, and there's been a lot of attention simply on just getting to the, CMS point. So, and obviously thanks to you guys, we're there, which is awesome. I would say, I can say confidently starting this quarter, the blog is all in on SEO, and that's kind of helping tremendously with traffic. Part of SEO, as Suri and I both said, is, there are lots of Google best practices. So in terms of cross-linking, linking out, driving, we've added related links so that people can look at related blog content to that. But I completely agree that it makes sense to probably do more with both the landing page and the blog pages themselves. We do have kind of ambitious plans to do kind of amalgamated pages. They're like sort of super guides. We've tried this out in the past and they're very successful traffic-wise. So basically we take all of our content on a particular topic, say CI/CD. We take the best of it, we put it in a single blog or a single sort of web article or topic page. We have all of the related resources, all these links, and we drive people basically through to sort of the consideration stage. So these pages, as the more of these pages that we do, where we're actually bringing all kinds of links in together and all kinds of different content. So it'll be video content, blog content, topics pages, it could be solutions pages. It certainly is going to be case studies, that kind of thing. As we pull these pages together, I think you're going to see from sort of, if you'll pardon the pun, organically, there's going to be some growth in terms of how the blog pages look and function and sort of what they do. But, there are still questions, I think, around, what is the blog going to be when it grows up? And, how should that look and feel? Some of that hopefully is going to come from you guys. Maybe some of that's going to come from design, as I know Suri suggested. But we do, it's definitely a work in progress, but we are seeing some momentum, which is kind of, as somebody who was on the blog for my first 18 months at GitLab, it's really exciting to see that progress moving forward. I think the next steps, though, are going to be kind of key to kind of knitting it all together. I hope that helped.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for all the great information to those questions. Thanks.
Thanks for your question.
Suri, did you want to voice over? Yep, sorry.
Tyler, do you are you on a call to verbalize? No? Okay, I will go ahead.
Can't hear you, Tyler. I see you talking, but we can't hear you. Tyler is on the call.
Hi,
Siri.
I had my hardware mute on, not my software one. Yes, I'm here. Good to go on the question then. Yeah, sorry, I got turned around, but my question was, and I wanted to know if thought leadership is even the right term for this. I don't know enough about content to know if that's a useful one, and looks like Jeff says that it is, so I'll keep using that term. But the organic traffic sort of, had me thinking about or wondering what you folks think about when it comes to elevating like all the really smart and interesting voices of the GitLab community. And what comes to mind for me is like I like subscribe to the newsletters of companies, right? And like specifically like Netlify and LogRocket and like Planet Argon, because I think that their blogs like make me a better software engineer, right? Just by like reading them and like getting their notifications. And, that's something that like I would be super proud of to be a part of at GitLab, is like if I heard someone say like, oh, GitLab's blog makes me a better software professional, or, whatever endeavor someone's coming to GitLab blog for. So yeah, just wondering like where that lands with you all, if that what it's like to elevate the voices, and what's the plan for stuff like that, and what's already in the works and what's being successful.
Tyler, I'll take a first stab at that, and Val and Sarah and Suri, please jump in. Great question. We'll just get the tip of the iceberg. Yes, so one, on thought leadership, yes, that's important. A lot of times on thought leadership, we're trying to get a leadership position in a new topic that might not have a lot of traffic. So you could get leadership in a new area, and you're just not bringing in as much viewers as you're trying to get, in a sense, to drive the business. So yes, thought leadership is important, but I would distinguish it, a little bit between, you have thought leadership on one side. I definitely resonated with you on the thought of, gosh, wouldn't we love, the GitLab blog to be the defining DevOps watering hole, just like what you said. We want to make people become better software engineers from coming to the GitLab blog. So kind of on the organic side, and kind of, I think, Tyler, what you were doing, it's like, hey, what are those topics or issues that really help software engineers become better software engineers? Those may not be thought leadership topics, and frequently they are not. I mean, sometimes there are topics that have been, 5-10 years old that, you're just, oh, I forgot how to do that. And you Google, oh, wow, it's great. GitLab answered that question. What else could they help me with? And then kind of the last piece is, you could tell I get excited. Yes, in terms of leveraging the community. I mean, that is the dream. That's on the roadmap. And, that's, I think, the lever for us to really have a tremendous impact. So fantastic question. And Val, Suri, Sarah, please jump in if you have other thoughts on that.
I think that was a succinct answer.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your question. Barker.
I was wondering how Netlify CMS has been working out for your team, and if there's any suggestions for future iterations.
Okay, I'm going to just take
that
because I can get there and just say, even before Sarah, because no one struggled with publishing like I did. So Barker, you it's a game changer. I'm going to tell you that every time I create a new blog post, I am just happy. And I want more. So I have a list. I want more functionality. I want to be able to do more pages. I just want more. So anyway, I'll stop talking. Go, Sarah.
Okay, yeah, having the Netlify CMS has been great. And, it's really helpful when you're creating your own content. Like if Val is writing a blog post and she'll put it in Netlify CMS, right? Instead of just like going through that other workflow that we used to use. But when it comes to me editing a blog post, I still edit using Atom and locally, just because I've a few reasons, I've gotten used to the version control features that we have and everything like that with the commits, and I like being able to see it. So I think, and also you can't feature a blog post, decide if it's a featured post or a not featured post in Netlify. So that's one future iteration. So if it's a featured post and it's been merged, I have to open a new merge request, and then it takes, who knows how long it's going to take. Honestly, how long it takes to be on the merge train is always a mystery. So I think that, there's a lot of room that we can grow, but honestly, having it has been so nice, and it's saved me hours and hours of time.
So I miss working within GitLab. I like Netlify. I think it's really nice, but there's something that I found it faster and easier to work within GitLab and publish pages. And I think it's easier to edit directly within GitLab than it is to do it in Netlify. So for me, I appreciate all of the hard work that went into it, but I do miss working directly within GitLab to publish the topic pages.
Don't listen to her, Barker.
That's music to my ears. I love that you love editing it in GitLab.
I do. Bring it back. I miss it. You can keep it for the blog, but bring it back for the topic pages. I want to use GitLab.
You still can. You can edit that data file directly.
So
I'll
when
point you to it.
Okay.
I'll send you a message.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Does anybody want to know what I ate for breakfast? That's what I usually ask at marketing calls. Thank you all so much for joining. If you have any questions for the content or editorial teams, please send us a message in the content channel. If you want to keep up with what content we are publishing, you can join us in content updates. We're so grateful for all of your help and for watching us. Hope you have a fantastic week. Bye.